Okay, so it is Saturday. Happy Saturday. And we are actually done, have been done for a little bit with the harvest and washing and getting everything packed up. And, you know, whenever we're doing all that, while I would love to make a ton of videos in the process, I can't, simply because we're competing against any kind of heat or anything like that, especially kind of against the clock to get everything done. So I'm in here now in our new tunnel, and I'm just going to do a quick video on the items that are coming in your share this week. I'll drop a video right here that is actually from last week of the baby bunching broccoli. So sorry to reuse a video, but the shoe fits, so I'm going to wear it. Okay, now I'm in the old tunnel, and honestly, it is like a jungle in here. A jungle of broccoli and cauliflower, primarily. Brassicas. A brassica jungle. That's garden humor. It's not very funny. Wow, I'm losing my mind. Okay, anywho, this is baby bunching broccoli. I've got a whole slew of it right here. And so you will receive a bunch like this, where it's got these long stems and these crazy little leaves sticking out with what you would normally probably recognize as broccoli. The benefit to me as a farmer of baby broccoli is that it grows faster. It produces the florets faster than a standard head broccoli. The benefit to you is it's something a little bit different. The taste of fresh broccoli to me is stronger than what I get from the store. I love broccoli. I love the brassica family. Kale is in that. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, like love faves. I'm hopeful that if you're not a broccoli lover, that maybe this is like a new leaf for you. With these baby broccolis, use the whole thing. Use the stems, use the florets, use the leaves. This is all edible. This all has slightly a broccoli flavor. It will make this vegetable probably go into a couple of meals for you, which is not necessarily the only goal, but it is something of value to consider, that like most people don't eat the leaves. When I buy broccoli from the store, the stem is so dried out that I can't generally use it. It's also super, super thick because it's a big head broccoli. So this baby broccoli offers something else. So I would encourage you to do something different. I hope you enjoy this. I love this. I've been eating little florets raw as I've been walking through here. So it's just awesome. I'm so like giddy. The last two things in your share that I don't have out here are Yukon Gold potatoes. These are going to be like super creamy, buttery potatoes. Delish. Love Yukon Golds. And then also acorn squash. I hope you're not squashed out at this point. I know that this is the third time a squash is showing up in your share. You're 3 for 3 at this point. Acorn squash is going to be a little bit different than the last two things. Spaghetti was not sweet. It had a particular texture. The buttercup should have been pretty sweet. Acorn is more like buttercup, but less sweet. Something delicious with that would be like just roasted acorn squash. It's got a ribbed outside, and so to me, peeling acorn squash is just not something I'm willing to do. So I try and think of ways I can cook it where I can scoop out or eat the flesh from the inside without having to peel the skin. So let me pause, let me put this down, let me get to a spot, and I'll throw a couple of meal ideas out there. All right, so now that that's done, now we're back in the new tunnel. Most of the stuff that was in it will be in the share, is coming out of the new tunnel. And really, they operate a little bit differently, just in the sense of like their size is different, shape is different, the way they retain heat is a little bit different. But honestly, one was just planted first and planted really heavy with things like broccoli and cauliflower, rutabagas, carrots, and then I had a lot of Brussels sprouts in there. My Brussels sprouts are just not doing well in either tunnel, honestly, this year. So I don't know that we're going to get any of those. But the new tunnel is much more of a variety of things, just the stuff that was seeded a little bit later and kind of went in later. So first things first, I am sitting over by our spinach, and you will have a lovely bag of spinach included in your share this week. This is the most humble brag that I never thought I would say, but our spinach this year in this patch specifically is literally the biggest I've ever grown. We've never had anything that's like as big as our face. Some of the leaves are. So it's crazy. It's really looking tasty. It's a really beautiful little patch of spinach. I've been cutting off of it for a couple of weeks now, and that's wonderful. And so hopefully you enjoy a nice bag that comes with your share. Now the thing I'll say, sorry, I'm squinting because I'm facing the sun. Let me move this way and then I won't be like that. In terms of vegetable lifespan, the spinach is going to have the shortest one. Even though it was harvested today on Saturday and you'll receive it tomorrow on Sunday, spinach has just a generally like lesser lifespan than some of the other vegetables that you will receive and in general. So if you were looking at kind of like let me use what is going to go bad first, I would definitely recommend using your spinach first where you can. If it's that you're going to mix it into salads, that's great, and you'll be able to do that throughout the week. But just kind of throwing that out there. Let's see. Next thing on there is going to be lettuce. So I try and grow a variety of lettuce simply because it offers a little bit different. And you'll see behind me that there's quite a bit of lettuce. Last year at the very end, you had like a red butterhead. It's a very buttery, large cup kind of leaf. And then this week, you're going to have a large head of green leaf lettuce. This is kind of your standard big frilly salad lettuce. Hopefully you'll find that it goes a long way for you. They should be some pretty good sized heads in there. If at any time you ever have any questions about how to kind of like wash up and pack up your vegetables at your own house to try and keep them the longest, we don't spray pesticides, like chemical pesticides, on our plants. When we harvest them, we are giving them a cold bath for a couple of reasons. One, it helps like rehydrate them if it's at all kind of warm. And two, it gets that first layer of dirt and bugs off. The dirt's not going to kill you. The bugs probably aren't going to kill you either, but generally just not very appetizing. So hopefully the things are coming to you in pretty clean condition. They may feel like they're damp. And so one of the things I generally do with our vegetables is try and prep them, process them in a way that I can use them, specifically kind of like the leafy green things. If I leave my head of lettuce in a bag, then I always want to try and stick a paper towel in it. If you're able to pull the leaves off the head, give them a quick rinse, spin them out. If you have a salad spinner, it's one of the best investments in the kitchen, in my humble opinion. And then put those leaves back into a bag and stick that paper towel in there. You can see this stuff last for a couple of weeks and not really degrade in quality. I don't generally tear my leaves up before I'm ready to use them. You can, they may not last that long. So anywho, hopefully that helps. But so far we've talked about baby broccoli, spinach, lettuce. What I don't have in my hand, so I'll just pretend like I have it, you're going to get a couple pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes. These are going to be creamy Yukon yellow potatoes. Delish. So that should be the next thing. Okay, so I'm going to hop over this direction. And we're going to go and look at the section that has tatsoi. Now, tatsoi is Tatsoi. If you didn't know how that was said in the text message that I sent. Tatsoi. Tatsoi can be referred to as an Asian spinach. So not to inundate you with something that's like a spinachy, but this will be really great fresh. When you see this in your share, especially if I kind of like do the underside. Sorry for the poor videography, but this is as good as it gets. It looks very similar to the bok choy that you got, I think, in the last share. The purple bok choy was really tall, very long, slendery kind of leaves. and sorry, I thought I was frozen there for a second. I'm losing it. It was something to be cooked. Now, you can cook tatsoi. It is a delicate leaf, just like spinach is, just like regular spinach can be cooked, but is something that's either going to get very, very wilted if you cook it for long, or if you just cook it lightly, will just wilt a little bit. So if you want to cook it, you certainly can. It also has a mild enough flavor that it's something that can be eaten raw. And the little stem pieces on it are much less thick than the bok choy that you got previously. So that is something that's new. We add this to our salads regularly. If you're going to do something like a stir fry, then it would be something that you could easily add into that. And if you add it last, it won't cook down to like complete wiltiness, but you could also have it cooked down all the way. That's okay too. So I'm trying to just kind of like go through everything in my head so I don't forget what it is. Lettuce, tatsoi, spinach, potatoes, baby broccoli, radishes. Sorry. So radishes, you've had those before. And hopefully you enjoyed them. You'll have a nice, beautiful bunch of those as well. And then my husband, David, is our little microgreen starter. He does all of the microgreens and shoots that are coming in your share. And so they're actually microgreen radish microgreens that are coming this week. So kind of doubled up on that. Sorry. But that's what we got going on. If you got eggs with your share, you will get eggs with your share. If you are getting meat with your share, you'll see some packs of thick cut bone-in pork chops coming your way, and I hope you enjoy them. If you'd like a couple of meal ideas, some easy things kind of off the top of my head, potatoes are a great staple. The potatoes can be something that you're, kind of like smashing, eating steamed, roasted, however you want to do it. Those are pretty standard vegetable. Most people know what to do with those. Tatsoi I already talked about a little bit, in the sense of if you want to eat it raw, you can eat it in a beautiful salad with that tasty green leaf lettuce. You can cook it and do something wonderful like a stir fry. That would be really delicious. If you have either like chicken or sausage, you can make a stir fry with that, eggs, rice, throw some of that baby broccoli in there, maybe even cook up some of the radishes and toss it all in, tatsoi at the end, and have it be a really tasty stir fry that you're making. And then I'm kind of a sucker for easy things like pasta, where you cook your noodles. This time of year, white sauce is my preferred, because I don't mind the heaviness in this season. And then I generally cook my vegetables separate. So if it's that you're using the baby broccoli and the tatsoi, you could cook those a little bit together and then toss them on top of your cooked pasta with the sauce on it. So that way you're just really topping it. So hopefully that helps give you a couple of ideas. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I hope you're enjoying. I can't believe this is already week 3. And so we are on the other side of this, which is kind of crazy. Thank you for being part of the CSA, and I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you need anything. Bye.